Well, it's December 1st, past my end of November deadline for my housemates, but they decided to move into the 5th. So I am done with the rooms. I wanted to show them. They are cleaned and clear for their arrival. So I will show you those. And then we'll talk about Tupperware. All right, let's see if we can do a good job. Well, that's the entrance. So I do still have some organizers in case you're supposed to save your organizers to the last. And like I said, we'll talk about Tupperware in a minute. So they have 2 closets, a big, beautiful room with lots of light, wood floors. There's much to be said about this room. And then it's one of my favorite rooms, actually. And then over here is the stackable bed from IKEA that I said I would sell if it doesn't work for them. I already sold one. So anyway, this is room 1. Now we're off to, well, this is the blue room. We'll go off to the green room. A little bit harder to see in here. It is the darker room, better room for sleeping. Yeah, it's all cleared out. I have these shelves that they said they wanted, and I'm going to put hooks on there so you can hang your coats and stuff when you walk in the room. This does have a carpet. I told them about it. I said, I have no place else to put that carpet. It is over. Well, I'm 64 and my grandmother had it for 25 years before me. So we're talking almost 90 years old, maybe even longer. This carpet is old. It's wool, it's braided, it's hand braided. And I have another one like it. I have several more like it, but I don't have the room in my house for it. And they said it was fine that the carpet stayed here. Oh yeah, here's another one of them, a little area carpet. They're totally washable. Sorry about the echo, with like woolite, but they're too big. So the smaller ones I've thrown in the wash, but these big ones are hard. Anyway, the room is ready. There's the mirror, or window, the closet. They can hang curtains. There were some here before when we started, and they can use them or not, and then we'll move them on. So yeah, so that's the green room. I think it's looking great. I dusted and tried to move every spider out of the way, and it's very spider-heavy territory in Oregon. All right, let's talk Tupperware. All right. So I'm watching Space Maker. We're on Roberta. She is currently decluttering 30 years worth of stuff. I can totally relate, but I've been decluttering for 30 years, so I'm not as bad. But the episode that got me, I think it was episode 3 that got me, was the Tupperware. She had these, I'll show you. She had these Tupperware cups that she wanted to keep. She had to think about them. I'm like, I have those Tupperware cups. Do I want to keep them? And then it's a light with, these are no longer good because they're BPA. And then I think, oh, let's pull out all my official Tupperware, not new stuff, because I guess the new stuff doesn't have BPA. Ah, well, holy moly, I have a lot. Look at that. Now, at one time I lived in Hawaii, and you had to keep everything in sealed containers because of cockroaches. Okay, so one time in Hawaii, so that was, let's just say 85, because that's easy math. That's 40 years ago. Is that right? Yes. Yes? Yeah, that's 40 years ago. If it's not, I'll put the right number up here. So this is 40-year-old Tupperware. And supposedly it isn't good. There's a few pieces I've bought new, and there's pieces that when I bring them to a potluck, they go, where'd you get that? I've never seen anything like it. It was one of those hostess gifts that you could do something special with. But now I'm thinking, this is 40-year-old Tupperware. So on the Space Maker, she has a Facebook group called Coffee and Clutter. So I put it on there and I said, really, do I have to get rid of it? The pieces I use are this one for when I make pizza, because it's nice and long, and I make a lot of pizza, and then there's only, I don't know, I guess you'd have to put it in a lot of smaller glass containers maybe. I don't know. I'm gonna have to start researching what you need to do. And I do use this one. And then, you know, when I was helping my grandmother, step-grandmother, in her kitchen, she had pottery bowls and glass bowls. At her age, in the 90s, her age was not the 1990s, but she was in her 90s. Those are too heavy for her to lift. So these plastic bowls are very light and easy to use, but I guess I just have to update them for non-BPA. And really, some of them are in terrible shape. That's the one I use the most, right here. Yeah, this I could see why you want to get rid of. It's time for it to go. Anyway, but I think some of them, so this is not all of them, because some of them I use as organizers. And I have my flour and sugar in some of them for baking. And now I'm thinking I need to decant them all. I like learning new things, but sometimes it's disappointing, the things that you learn. You're like, really? Have to get rid of all of it? I think I do. It makes a lot more space for my housemates. And one of the things I thought about when I was decluttering the servingware was that I would have the opportunity to bring some pieces back in because it's pretty and it's functional if I got rid of servingware. And sure enough, I have a lot of room. Now, most of this was in my pan section, but it still frees up a lot of room for the housemates. Oh, there we go. There's one. And there's two. So it does free up a lot of room. I don't know. I'm shocked that I have to do this. Again, have to is not the right word. I'm shocked that this is the healthier thing to do. Is that a good word? Healthier thing to do. And I don't think it's about the money that I spent on it. I think it's about how functional it is. Because some of this stuff has really lasted well. I mean, maybe the bowls, not so much, but I mean, I've got really good use out of them. So, yeah. I think I have to decant some of this stuff and wash it up. Somebody said too in the comment section that thrift shops throw them away. We don't throw them away at our thrift shop. I don't know how common knowledge or how truthful it is about the dangers of old Tupperware, but a lot of it is good for organizational storage instead of going and buying a new piece, as long as you're not storing food, I think. I think that's what needs to happen. And, you know, if you're thinking, which I always am, you're making progress. Yeah. Added bonus random thought. How much of this is just consumerism making us buy more stuff again? Okay, that's what I was thinking. That's kind of on the dark side. And another random thought. If I've been using Tupperware for 40 years, how come I'm not already sick? Maybe I am. I don't know. Really, I've been using that Tupperware with the sugar in it for 40 years. Yeah, because I bought it in '85. I should be sick. I'm 64, I'm not sick. Will I get sick later? That is always a good question. Kind of like smoking. You're never sick when you smoke, but 20 years later, you'll be sick. I really need to stop thinking. It's too much work.